Hey there, it's Yaya and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be redoing a past makeup look, so make sure you stick around. But before we jump into today's video, if you're new here, consider subscribing and joining my community. We're a group of makeup lovers and I would love to have you as part of this community. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and leave a comment down below sharing your thoughts on today's recreation on one of my past cringiest makeup looks. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram for behind the scene updates and more makeup content. You'll find the links in the description box below. Alright, without further ado, let's get into today's makeup adventure. As y'all already know, today we're going to be recreating one of my past and most cringiest makeup looks that I thought I was serving, okay? I don't know what I was going through. I was only 18. I was like getting into makeup and eyeshadow and all that stuff. But the thing was, like, I did not have blush. I did not have contour or bronzer. I had no idea what I was doing with my eyeliner. I wasn't even wearing lashes. It looked so bare. And just to give y'all a reference as to what I'm talking about, here are the cringy pictures that I'm talking about. Yeah. Today we're going to be using the Chorus Santorini Grape Poreless Skin Cream. This is honestly one of the best moisturizers I've ever had. I got it on Ipsy, on one of my Ipsy packages, and I've been using it ever since. A little bit goes a long way. We're going to get right into primer, which I've also got from a past Ipsy bag. And the primer we're going to be using today is the Soft Glow Drop Focus. It is from Rodile. Now that the primer is nice and sticky, we're gonna go ahead and go in with the eyebrows first. As you could tell in this picture, I had my eyebrows slit at the time. And I thought it was so swag. Everyone was doing it and I just wanted to be like everyone else. No! Why did I do that? And we're gonna go ahead and use the Revolution Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. Going to just not fill it in. Well, basically fill it in. I already have a lot of eyebrow, but this is what I do. I just like brush it through my eyebrow and create an outer shape, like just shape it a little bit. And on this eyebrow, I actually have a scar here, and that's a recent scar. So we're just gonna slit this one instead of this one, because this one's a very full brow already. With this eyebrow, since it already has a little scar going, we're only going to fill it up until, fill it up until that point, and not necessarily put any product on it, because when I apply the concealer, I don't want the concealer to blend in with the brown and make it all like a different color. Now that my eyebrows are filled in and shaped a little bit, we're going to go ahead and go with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Vanilla. And what I do to sculpt and basically just shape out the brow and clean up any excess pomade, I go under, over, and in the middle. Eyebrows are now mapped out and concealed. I'm just gonna go ahead and brush it with the spoolie, and then we're gonna blend out everything. So before we apply the Merle Norman foundation, I'm gonna first do my eyeshadow. And before I put any eyeshadow products on, we're gonna conceal our eyelids just to lighten up the area. As far as the makeup, the eyeshadow look goes, here's like the picture again. I don't necessarily remember the colors I use, but what I can tell is like it's like a reddish, orangish color with a cut crease kind of, and a big eyeliner wing, obviously. But first we're gonna focus on the eyeshadow itself. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is go into the Revolution palette. It's called Reloaded Euphoria. We're gonna go ahead and use this red shade for now. With our puffy brush, we're gonna go ahead and go into our reddish shade, tap out any excess, and we're gonna go basically bury the color deep into our outer corners of our eyes, following the natural shape of the crease. Here's what we have so far. I basically dabbed everything in, and what I'm going to do is kind of buff it out a little bit because it's a very harsh shape with an in-between of this yellow up here and this orange, because I really don't remember what the color is, but it does look like an orangish red color. And with that, with the orangish yellow color because I just kind of combined the two. I'm going on the outside part of the red and doing light circles over it to kind of just soften it up a bit and give it a different gradient as well. Do you see the difference? This one kind of softened up a bit with the orange and yellow, and this one's still pretty harsh. We want to soften the look a bit. Now that everything is blended out and buffed out a little bit, we're gonna deepen the red. So I'm gonna go in one of my Morphe palettes that I have. And we're gonna go ahead and kind of darken it with this red. I don't think it's that dark, but I'm thinking if I go in with this red and kind of add a little bit of black to it, because it's going to be an eyeliner over it anyways, we can deepen the look just a little bit. And how we're going to do this, we're going to apply the combination of the black and red and press it into the crease of your eye, like right here. We're pressing. Here's the look so far. We've deepened it. We've already have this nice little gradient going. Now what I'm going to do is cut crease my eye. I haven't done a cut crease in a minute, but based on what I can remember, we start from the inner corner of our eyes and kind of just map it out for the meantime. And we're going to go really close to our lash line. I kind of want my crease to stop in the middle there. And we look up. And it should leave a little mark. You can see that little line right there. That's where the cut crease is going to go high up to. So that's what we have so far. We're going to go ahead and do the other eye. Same technique. We apply a little bit of concealer with our lash line. We look up. It'll leave a little line, and that's how high you're going to cut crease the eye, or crease the eye with the concealer. And you're going to dab the concealer on. Do not blend it, because I don't know if you can tell with my brush, it's picking up like a pinkish reddish tint because of the eyeshadow. If you blend it out, it's gonna look messy. So dabbing is your best friend when it comes to doing makeup. The crease has been made. I'm gonna set it with my loose powder just so we could dry it up a little bit. And then we're gonna go in with our color for the inner part of our eye. For the inner part of our eyes, as you can tell in this picture, there's like a little bit of a shimmer to it. I don't know what I used then, but we're gonna use something different today. And it is this Eloise shimmer glittery thing. It's a wet eyeshadow. I don't know if that made any sense, but I've only used it once, and I believe I did it with the brush, but we're gonna go ahead and just use it with this little brush that it came with. We're gonna start the inner, ooh, that's really pretty, the inner part of our eye and blend it outwards. So at this point, I will be putting on my foundation just to kind of clean up the outer corners of my eyeshadow, and I'm going in with the Aqua Balance Makeup Foundation by Merle Norman in the shade ML30. What I love about this foundation is that a little bit goes a long way. I still have a lot left on my hand, and what I'm doing with my beauty blender, I'm just pressing the nipple part of the blender very lightly, just one dab, and then I go and put the rest of it on my face. Now we're gonna apply my concealer a little bit in the inner corner of our eye and then out. Going over that going over the eyeshadow we did. A line down my nose, a little bit on my chin, and I don't put any on my forehead because I don't want nobody to look at my big ass forehead. Okay, why do I want to brighten it up? There's no point. I feel like the wing is what pulls the whole look together, so we're gonna go ahead and use a Cleopatra ink, blacker than black, y'all. It literally says that. It's a little pen-like eyeliner, so we're gonna go ahead and just map out our shape. I do want it to be a nice thick one, and I'm gonna put the dots like right where the eyeshadow ends, basically. Ooh, I love it. I'm loving it. Not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm really liking this look. And we're still not done. But I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my face. I'll be right back to kind of just finish everything off. Okay, so here I am. My face is almost done. We just got a few things that we gotta add. One of those being the slit in the eyebrow. Which honestly, oh my god, I can't believe I was gonna say that. To be honestly, that was so gross. So sorry. Literally, I was like, that was icky. Never again. Let me give y'all a tip. If y'all struggle with your lashes by putting it on, or the inner corners always lifting, or just lifts in general, and you want them to be on tight, I got you, girl. So, with a cleanish band, right? Because right now I'm just taking off any excess glue and eyeliner. What you're gonna go ahead and use is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. I use the one with the aloe and it comes off clear. So you're gonna apply a nice, generous amount on the band of your eyelash. Okay, it'll come off as a bluish tint. Make sure you start in the middle and then blend outwards towards the end, especially in the inner and outer corners, because that's where it tends to lift, right? Same thing with the other lash. While we wait for those to dry, you'll know when it's dry when the blue isn't as prominent as it is in the drying process, and when you touch it, it feels a little tacky, a little sticky. Here's the next step. You're gonna apply this glue on your eye, following the natural shape of your lash line. And I know that sounds a little scary, but we're gonna go ahead, apply a little bit starting in the inner, working our way out, especially the inner and outer corners. I got a little makeup on me and it's bothering me. At the inner part and going. Yes, sometimes you get a little glue on your eyelashes sometimes, but just take it off as soon as you can. And then we're gonna go in with that same eye, start from the outer and bring it to the middle. And there. Same thing with the other eye. Following trying to get as close to as possible to your lash line, but still following along it, okay? Starting from the inner, drag it to the middle, then outer to middle. We wait for that to dry. You know it's dry when you start blinking a few times and for some reason it starts sticking. That's when you know it's dry. Now, we're gonna go ahead and do the infamous slit on the eyebrow. Going in with the flat brush. We're gonna go ahead and do my left. Oh my god. I'm just gonna follow the shape of my scar that I already have. That is so cool. I don't know why I didn't think of this in high school. I literally, I don't want to think about it. And then it's the little dots of the eyeliner. It was a big one and then a little one. So I think it was first the big one and then the little one. So we'll go little to big. I don't want them as big as it was in the picture. So we're gonna start the little one first. Next is the lip. It looked like what I did was like a faded reddish look, but like the outer parts of my lips was a little bit dark. And most likely just line it with like a brown pencil and then fill it in with like red. With the dark brown pencil, I'm gonna round out my cupid's bow. I have a very prominent cupid's bow, but I like to do is round it out to make my lips look full. Now for a reddish, pinkish color, I got this pinkish gloss, and it's matte. I kind of want a glossy look today, but we'll see what I have. And this one's super red, but it is a lip gloss, so it might just work. That is really red. We're just gonna put a little in. Now, the lashes. You see how it's no longer blue? We're gonna start with the inner corner of our eye. As soon as you lay it down, you press it in. Let me show you. I'm gonna get really close to y'all. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm starting with the inner corner of my eye. And as soon as it lays there, I'm like pulling it. That's how I know it already has its grip. Then I press everything down. There we go. Same thing with the other eye. That really pulled everything together. Okay. I see you girls. Okay. Dude, I'm feeling this look, low key. Okay. Other eye. Like, as soon as it latches onto my inner corner, I start laying everything down. Then I press. Yeah! Yeah! That's super cute. Okay, to lighten everything up, I'm going to lighten the inner corners and then put on some highlight. And we're done. We're done with the look. And that's a wrap for today's makeup adventure. I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did creating it. If you found value in this content, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It would mean the world to me, you guys. Please. I'm literally begging you to do it.